Hello, welcome to Trinimates. This is a video of my 2024 pre-orders, as you can see in the title. We'll be looking using my figure collection website for this. It just seems a bit easier for tracking, when they're being released, and you can at least then look at comments if there's anything that might need to be wanted to bring up. So getting on into January of 2024, so I should be paying for these very shortly, since I'm recording this on the 24th of Jan. First up, we got Black Lagoon Balaka, 1/7 by Medicos Entertainment. It's probably the best Balaka figure that there is out there. That we're going to get as well, to be honest. So I just knew I had to get this one as soon as I saw it. The sculpt looks very good. I love the the sculpt, the paintwork looks really good on this one, so this one definitely worth getting a hold of if you're big into Black Lagoon. You really enjoy Black Lagoon, and she's one that's sort of not as big as Revy, obviously, in terms of what figures that gets released, but I think she is an underrated character, so worth definitely getting a hold of if you can. Coming out obviously January 24, selling for 21,500 yen. That's pre-tax, so I think I'm paying about 23-ish thousand yen on AmiAmi. So this one's coming from AmiAmi. Second figure for January is Blue Archive Ichinose Asuna on 7th by Good Smile. Good Smile Art Shanghai and Good Smile Company. This one, again, because I got a Asuna figure already, Asuna Ichinose, I just wanted to get this one as well. And I can do, when this one comes in, I can compare them as well to see what their differences are. Obviously, the sculpt is going to be slightly different on them because they're from different manufacturers. But at least I can then do a video, giving you the differences between the two characters, but from different manufacturers. If there's any major differences between them, and comparing sort of the price point and whatnot, because they're very similar. It's the same figure in terms of the bodysuit and that lot that is between them, so it'd be good to do a comparison at least between them, so they're close enough without having a bootleg, I suppose you could say. So that's coming out, and she's selling for 20,000 yen pre-tax, so about 21,000 yen, I think, or 21,000 a bit after tax included. Then we go into February of 2024, next month. We've got Roxanne from Harem and Labyrinth, quarter scale by Freeing. This one, I think, I obviously enjoy quarter scale figures. After watching World and Harem and the Labyrinth, I really enjoyed it, so definitely worth. And Roxanne's one of my favourite waifus to get a hold of. So as soon as I saw this, I had to instantly pre-order this one. Definitely, I think, worth getting a hold of, really, if you like it and you don't see sort of these green bunny suits really that often. There's Greenwood from How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, who's another one who's in a green aesthetic sort of bunny suit from Freeing. So I'd wanted to get this one anyways, obviously because she's bosoms spilling out at the top of it, so it's a bit more not safe for work. Whether it is actually cast off or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. But when I get her in. Second figure for February is this one. Is a basically is a bunny girl quarter scale by Bear Panda or Konata, so it's an OC character. This one's obviously Roxanne is selling for 33,000 yen, but in terms of what she is on AmiAmi, I think she's 38,000 yen, I think, roughly, once you involve taxes and stuff. So I think she's about just under 40,000 yen. So when I include shipping, she's going to be just over 40,000 yen for that. So yeah, Kanata quarter scale Bear Panda coming out so in Japan in February, and this is for 9,000 yen. So in Japan on AmiAmi, she's 9,900 yen, and this is just a cheaper quarter scale. So I wanted to get a hold of this anyways because I do like quarter scales, and I want to see how this manufacturer bears up in terms of to Freeing mainly, who's obviously sort of the undisputed king of quarter scales with their B style lineup. So she stands 45 centimeters tall. But yeah, for less than 10,000 yen for a quarter scale, as long as the quality is there, then there are people like me who do just really enjoy just general quarter scales. That's it for February. March, I think there's not much really. But yep, we've got nothing in March, so it'll be April. We've got Belial from Sin Natsu no Taisen, Bunny Scale by Quarter Scale by Freeing. So this one I saw and I love the sculpt from this one, so that's why with this new vertical leg, it's just such a unique pose from figure. So I just really wanted to get it, and from what we can tell, she most likely is cast off. So based on just sort of the spacing between the actual suit and her Opie, then this is one I want to get. Potentially want to get the other one as well. So this is the second version of Belial from what I'm aware of, I think. So I do want to get this one. Yeah, as soon as I saw this, I just pre-ordered her straight away. So she's selling for 36,000 yen. So not a bad price, but that's again pre-tax, about 40,000 yen from Japan on AmiAmi. Next, for April, oh no, this is May now. We've got Marin Kitagawa in a swimsuit version by Good Smile for 12,635 yen. I actually got it for 11,000 yen on AmiAmi from the discount, currently on pre-order. So that's a little bit cheaper at least, and with her only being a 1/7, she's shouldn't be too much in terms of expenditure of getting her across here to the UK. So I definitely wanted to get a Marin Kitagawa figure. This is obviously a relatively simple one, so I can understand why it's not overly expensive. There are other Marin Kitagawa figures, but hopefully we get some other ones. Probably when season 2, which has been announced, so when that gets released, there'll be more Marin Kitagawa figures, and maybe some other ones from the actual anime, other girls, other characters from that anime. This one is a bit interesting in terms of getting this one. Aqua from Konosuba 3/17 by El Coco. She's only selling for like 3,300 yen, I think. Something like that, about 3,300 for this sort of sculpt, which is a really good sculpt for the price. So I've got her on pre-order for May as well. So again, I'll probably do a combined shipment with Marin and Aqua. That's it for May, if I remember. Yep, then we go into June. June's a very packed month for me, so hopefully there's some delays in June. So the first half of the year is pretty light for me, but then it's the second half of the year that's pretty heavy. As you can see, we're halfway through the year, getting to the halfway through the year, and I've still got a bunch of figures to cover. So this was obviously Megumin, again in sort of a casual date attire aesthetic, but again about 3,000 yen by El Coco. So I just thought, yeah, worth getting it. It's not, doesn't cost me a lot of money. Shipping is probably going to be almost as the price of this, to be honest. So I'll be paying almost on par for shipping for this. Next we've got High Elf Archer from Goblin Slayer by Fat Company, coming in about 21,000-ish yen. I really enjoyed Goblin Slayer season 2. It's a very good anime, definitely worth giving a watch from last season. Yeah, and this is the only character, only figure that she's had released. So I thought I need to get a hold of her. Really, she is one of my favorite characters, and I do enjoy elf characters a lot. Elf characters are sort of my favorite race to get a hold of in terms of waifus and figures. So that's why I like the Vertex elf villager lineup. So there's this one in June. Then we've got Asaka Ruri on 6th by Native. So this is it by Native Company? Oh no, Daiki Kogyo. Yeah, so as soon as I saw this, I liked writer's artwork, and from I watched the Zettai Chunpaku Mahou Shoujo series, or couple episodes that they've got, OVAs that they got out. So and I really enjoy this. I do want to get a couple of doujinshis from of this series. just to learn more about the characters. But as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to get a hold of this, so I've got her on pre-order. This one's on Ami Ami. I was surprised actually to see this, fully cast-offable figure being released on Ami Ami. But yeah, and she's going for 31,000 yen. Next up, we've got Shion, Freeing B-Style, for 27,000 yen. So I think she's about 29,000 yen or something like that. From Ami Ami. So again in June, so very expensive, but she's obviously on the smaller side compared to the other quarter scales that are from from Reincarnated as a Slime. I've got Shion. I do want to get this one as well, but I probably might have to wait for the aftermarket. But I thought getting at least Shuna was just so I could at least pair her with Shion, so then at least I've got the two main girls that support Rimuru. So definitely worth getting hold of. Then we go, last thing for June is this one is Rasetsu Hime Saki 1/5 by Ibinia Tokyo figure. I saw this one quite early last year, if I remember correctly. Went up for pre-order. There's two versions of this where you get like a slightly less detailed base, so she's not standing on this eccentric base, which is a bit cheaper. It's about 15,000 yen cheaper, but I kind of wanted the actual thing. But in terms of this lighting, it doesn't do her much justice. I prefer sort of the ominous lighting that they've got here, but this is photoshopped, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, she is a cast-offable figure. This one might be one I potentially drop, considering she's 55,000 yen from Ami Ami for me. So hopefully she gets delayed, but I do kind of really want this one to have some sort of, evil, demonic kind of race figure in my collection, at least to start that off for me, and then I might expand that later on. That's it for June. Going into July, two figures. So we've got Binding Creators Opinion, Claris Elrip Stop by Native, or by Binding. She's 36,000 yen. This one I'm getting from Ninen Games. This one's very similar to the artist. There's the same artist that's done two other 3 and quarter scales that are cast offable, which I have got on the way, so I will be doing a review of them when they come in. But yeah, it's the same. That's why they look the same, because of the face. It's the same artist. Who is it? Artist Nadari. Let's see who's done. Fiona Full Moon, and who has also done Sophia F. Shearing. That's it. Sophia F. Shearing and Fiona Full Moon. I've got Fiona Full Moon. I do need to do an unboxing of her. This is another artist that I didn't even know this was the illustrator for this character, but I saw that on Reddit that it's the same one who's done Sophia F. Shearing. Probably should look a bit more into artists to see if there's, and just follow ones if they do any of their illustrations get turned into characters. So basically, when I received her, I'll have 4 separate character figures that are all illustrated by Nadar. Definitely worth getting hold of. Probably again, it's another one of those fully cast offable figures, or at least the chest area is. Oh yes, it is. So you can fully declothe her compared to the freeing ones, which aren't fully cast offable. But yes, this is coming out in July. My second one for July is Chun-Li. She's about 36,000 yen after they pay all the tax and stuff from Ami Ami. So as soon as I saw this, I instant pre-order. It's pretty much the best Chun-Li figure I've ever seen. Way better than obviously the pop-up parades and anything else that I've come across. Even the other scales, they're nowhere near as detailed as this. And this is coming from Max Factory, so as long as Max Factory can get, as close to the prototype as possible, definitely worth buying, especially if you're a bigger Street Fighter fan. I'm not massive into Street Fighter, but I like Chun-Li is one of those iconic characters that I just, as soon as I saw this was up at One Hobby, I think very early last year, I was like, I have to pre-order that. pre-order this, so definitely worth getting hold of. Now we go into August. We've got this freeing figure, which just came out of nowhere. I don't even know it came from. Says Kozuku Sakuya. Yeah, this is just popped up on AmiAmi out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, okay, and then went through the pictures and saw she's cast off. So I was like, I'll pre-order her. So it's like a Chinese dress beast style. Very interesting. I guess she's kind of like a beast or lycanthrope sort of race, beast animal race. And obviously she's wearing a Chinese dress, which is cast offable. Very easy to cast offable, I would presume. I think you just pop the head off and then you remove the bits that are covering her opie. So yeah, she's selling for about 36,000 yen, I think, from AmiAmi. So hopefully this one gets delayed as well, again because July's very packed. Well, June is very packed for me, and July's a bit expensive. But I've also got Ingrid, which so now going to September. So there's only the one in August, so that's quite good. And then September is there's two figures that are quite expensive here, if I remember correctly. So Ingrid actually showed up today for pre-order on Nin Games. I've got her on order, and just checked when I was sourcing these, just to confirm that I had my pre-order established. She's already unavailable, and I literally only spotted this because of Reddit. Check Reddit every morning, and I saw people just like, oh, Ingrid's up for a pre-order. And I was like, cool, boom, straight onto my phone and instantly pre-ordered her. Just another one of those Taiminin RPG characters that, she's a dark elf, Hell Knight, I think, or how they call her. I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched the hentai, so definitely. But yeah, I saw this was late last year, one hobby or one fest. So I was like, yeah, definitely have to get a hold of her whenever she comes up for pre-order. And today, as a recording, she came up for pre-order. I'm glad I did get her. She sold out. So definitely worth getting a hold of, I think. A lot of people are going to really enjoy getting this. So she's 40,000 yen. So I think on Nin Games about £254-ish current conversion rate. Including postage, including like the cheapest shipping, it's about £293 in terms of UK pounds, gold sterling. And then also in September we've got Eucalypse Leviathan 1/7 by Striking Grace version by Anigift. This one again is another one of those ones which I saw and was just like, I love the sculpt, I love the whole sort of aesthetic going on here for this figure. I love the hair all over the place. Just the figure's really good overall in my mind. So I just sort of instantly pre-ordered her. And from one where it's based on the mobile game, which hasn't been released here in the UK yet, or at least I can't get on the App Store. But it's a very extremely lewd game from what I'm aware of. So, but yeah, no, this figure I saw and was like, yeah, I have to get this one. Looks an amazing looking figure. Yeah, really good to get hold of. And yeah, 27,000 yen, about 29,000 yen, I think, AmiAmi. Now we go into October. So this one's Ria Scrimere, Freeing B style. Obviously, again, this is one I saw, and Akano. Akano's not gone up for pre-order yet. But as soon as Rias got put up for pre-order last week, which I've covered in the previous video, then I was like, yep, instant pre-order. There's no way I can miss out on this. So this is October. So she's quite expensive, about 44,000 yen, I think, after you do the tax for it. Well, the AmiAmi include obviously in Japan. So yeah. Definitely worth getting hold of if you're big into your High School DxD. It's the second version, obviously, that I released, and I do want to get the first version as well at some point. I'll have to get go on the aftermarket for that, unfortunately. But yeah, I think I do like the mirror base going on here. So yeah, this is just another one coming in October. Then we go into December. So I guess June to July to September, so the 6th month. Yeah, they're my busiest months, so it's not too bad. And then I've got a bit of a break, obviously, with November. Nothing really happening in November, which is good. December though, we've got Karen from Blue Archive. So this is obviously that company's Asuna that I've got obviously up on order pre-order already, and I should be paying for her very shortly, as long as she doesn't get delayed this month. So yeah, I just want to get them as a pair. It just seems fitting to have both of them, really. I think you'll get a separate table for each anyways, but you should be able to, I assume you'll be basically just taking Asuna off her table and putting her on Karen's table, most likely, because of this stall being here supplied with Karen. You might be able to put Karen onto the other table. I'll check that when I get her in, but I do service parcel, so that won't be till February 2025 most likely, or end of February, March-ish. To round off, we've got New Jersey on 7th Snow White Ceremony. So this is the last figure in for December of 2024. This is obviously a very nice looking figure, probably the best New Jersey figure out there, really. Obviously a lot of people went wild over the B-Style from Freeing bodysuit version, which I have got on order. Well, I've ordered, it's on its way. I'll be doing a review of that, but considering this comes with 3 faceplates, it's one of the very few scale figures that comes with multiple faceplates. Definitely unique to have. Does still have like sort of the built-in bunny ears into the bunny suit, but this is probably one of the best figure of New Jersey, and is probably contender for one of the best figures of the year. One I'm waiting for pre-order in terms of what I'm hoping to get hold of is, well, Akeno. Obviously that's kind of obvious, as I'm waiting to get Akeno. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong Akeno version. Oops. But yeah, it's the Akeno from that goes with Rias. So I'm waiting to get hold of this. So when she comes up pre-order, hopefully she if she slots into the November slot, that'll be really good for me. That'll be much better for me if she does slot into the November slot. That's really it in terms of what I've got this year. There's not many other figures that I can think of that have popped up. It's just waiting for whatever else comes out of pre-order wise, I suppose. Gets announced, and if they get their pre-order and then they get released this year, like obviously Rias is and whatnot, which is still in January, so it'll be worth getting a hold of. But that's it. Thank you for watching this video of my 2024 pre-orders, and I shall catch you in the next video, which will be the Ami weekly roundup like usual. So I shall catch you around. Please comment, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye.